just everyone remember that I, again, independently came up with this idea, which means if someone on Pluto came up with it, then I wasn't aware, so I came up with it independently, not knowing that. So, having said that, let's get that out of the way, and then throws, takedowns, sambo, catches, catch can, folk style wrestling, Western wrestling, gyms, dojos, BJJ, no-gi, grappling in armour, okay, samurai armour, Western armour. I can show, since you said you wanted to start BJJ, the moves for, I've never actually done BJJs, but I know the niwas are the groundwork from judo, so I can show you those moves. Yeah, I'm just sort of saying that I've invented it independently. The concept that to sort of I don't know, some sort of co-op between the BJJ people and the HEMA people, because I noticed this, as I say, everyone's in their own sort of little bubble for some reason, little box or whatever you call, isolated box, and unarmed HEMA is a good bridge again between the modern stuff and the traditional stuff. So yes, just applying these, and it's a bit like Triple J, Japanese jiu-jitsu, applying the concepts of whether it's stand-up throws and takedowns or groundwork grappling, just applying this to an armoured context. So whether it is, again, samurai armour or Western armour, basically, like I said in that video with the metal tin, you can hook onto the Kabuto helmet or the Western style helmet. You can also get into shoulder plates, grab chainmail, just experimental archaeology, kind of, combined with no-gi. So it's a sort of polymathery of all sorts. So yes, funding will be required, but I am pretty much inventing this system. I'm inventing a system. I'm the inventor of a system, and the system I'm inventing is that, as I say, some sort of co-op situation of BJJ and HEMA or WMA, and again, experimental archaeology blended in with the BJJ and the no-gi, where it's those grappling principles applied to armour. Again, Western and samurai armour, as well as half armour, so it might just be like a top half. Other concepts would be gi shorts and a gi vest that I've not seen anyone do, sleeveless, so those would be interesting, and a half gi category, which again would be like shorts that were like gi shorts that you could grab but you couldn't grab the top, some sort of category like that, as well as the semi-open weight class that I invented, category invention. So yes, I can show people the moves when I have either a grappling dummy or a training partner, as well as the Wing Chun moves like Wu Sao, single punch, chin choi, chain punch, things like that, but it require a possibly a GoPro, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just saying I'm the inventor of a system, and the system, to secondarily reinforce this point, the system I'm inventing is a sort of alliance or co-op situation, a kind of dialogue situation between the sort of grappling kind of stuff and armour and tradition. So it's like modern tradition and then gi, no gi, armour, half armour, etc. So the modern version is gi versus no gi. The traditional would be armoured and unarmoured. But this is a system invention, if we want to call it. And then just to run through some of the things that I could show people if they do plan on starting. Again, I don't know BJJ, but I know Niwaza. It's pins, hold downs, which in Western wrestling influenced that category of Niwaza in Japanese judo, as far as I'm aware. Shoulder hold, katakatami, floating hold, which is what in BJJ they would call neon belly position, KOB, so yeah, there's ukiwaza, which is the floating, ukigatami, ukigatami, the floating pin or hold down, and katakatami, the shoulder hold, and we can go through them. So yeah, I know kind of Niwaza really, bits and bobs of Niwaza. I'm not a 9th Dan Grandmaster Red Belt, but I just know sort of, certain things that I've picked up, bits and bobs. That's kind of what I can show of Niwaza. And I don't know any BJJ because I've never really done it properly, so I don't really know. I've never had a lesson in the gi in BJJ, so I've never had a formal lesson really. And I've never properly had an official lesson. So yeah, it would be judo and Niwaza that I would be showing. But yeah, system invention. And again, I would need either a sparring partner or a grappling dummy to show these moves and methods on. And I don't know, a filming tripod or I've got one of them, but I don't know, a GoPro. I don't know, but there's, as I say, there's scarf hold Hon Kesagatami, and then there's broken scarf Kazorai, and then there's armbar scarf hold or scarf lock, which is just like one-handed scarf hold around the neck, and then the free hand does the arm lock. Anyway, just food for thought really. But system invention, MMA dojos, whatever, just credit me and whatever royalties or whatever job I eventually get to make a living with, which kind of everyone needs to do, at least in the Western world, is how to survive, make a living. Yeah, just yeah, that's my, what's it called, sales pitch, sales idea, selling a product idea, something like that. Is that MMA dojos and things could, I don't know, yeah, sales idea, I don't know, selling a product, something like that. So yeah, selling information, there you go, a concept and an information and a method and a system. So yeah, I don't know whether the word popularise is the correct word, but to sort of introduce that this is a way of doing grappling. It doesn't just have to be like a no-gi t-shirt made of like synthetic fibre or a polycotton gi fabric. It can be in armour, it can be historical. Again, whether that be samurai armour or Western armour or a third style. Yeah, there are different ways of doing things which NTs, and I'm not getting into the whole battle about people being good and bad and normal people and neurodiverse. I'm not getting into any of that because it gets very, all this far left stuff. I'm just, and it's not productive at all. I'm just, I can just spot things that normal people just can't spot, so, and that's very often the case, although well, anyway, again, I'm not going to go into it, but I can just spot things they can't spot and vice versa, so, yeah, armoured grappling, and takedowns, and again, some sort of co-op situation between the sort of BJJ kind of, no-gi kind of stuff, and the WI HEMA, and the co-op is basically modern systems versus traditional martial arts TMA, and some sort of, again, dialogue alliance situation between that to bridge the gap. So yeah,